projects team were very good at dealing with sort of regulatory demands. But what I found was that there was a little bit of a disconnect between the project office and us when it was a technical project. So when we required, for example, some programming, basically having the right people in the right place.
Reasonably ad hoc, dependent on individuals more than.
My perception was it was pretty haphazard, and I'm not sure that the concept of a timeline on the project was very well sort of included in the process.
I don't think people really appreciated how important data were. Well, that's an interesting question. I think probably charm was the the way that.
We used to shout a lot.
It was fine. I could speak to any number of people within the project team. If it was a more technical project, that was harder, and I tended to go to someone like John McNabb.
Yeah, to chase people very much individually, so it was pretty much calling either Miss Rafferty or Alan Dean, I guess.
A lot of the time we just used to get on with it ourselves anyway.
Yes.
And just hope we didn't upset anyone in the process.
If we're talking about a regulatory project or of something of that ilk, then I'd say that timescales were managed very effectively. The technical projects, that was harder in order to basically achieve the timescales.
I think there wasn't that clear a timescale given, or deadlines were broken. You would say, we hope to get it done then, and didn't quite happen. So it was chase you 2 months ago. Where are we? And then it would start up again.
No idea of timescale, setting the bar low, and any delivery was definitely a plus.
Well, that generally relied on me to come up with those costs.
No, we didn't have any clue really. But all those, I don't think we even saw reports, and if we saw them, they were confusing, and you had lots of stuff that you didn't use, but you were charged, I think. But it was very opaque.
I had no idea.
Definite improvement in terms of technical projects.
Well, things are clearly different. I mean, now at least I know my projects are on a list somewhere, and someone thinks about them regularly, so you don't have to chase people and it's forgotten.
There's definitely a process now, and because of the way we invest, obviously we like that a lot more.
There are definitely go-to people now in terms of getting those projects prioritised.
I still think we need to work on priority setting. I think it's still a little bit opaque. It's still a bit who shouts the loudest, who walks over to someone's desk and makes a big fuss, gets a lot more attention, rather than kind of there is a true good priority setting.
Now we shout a lot, but now we shout a lot whilst waving a PowerPoint slide with some information on it.
There are now people within business change that I can have technical conversations with.
Now we think we do, and then upset people when we approach the wrong person.
Well, I think there are a lot of demands on people in business change, and I wouldn't say that all projects have been carried out and are and you're hitting all deadlines, but there is a marked improvement in terms of the communication around those projects.
An improvement in terms of how things have been organised, and that we go through the right steps and we think about the right things in starting a project or cancelling a project or delivering on a project. But in my perception, we're still running projects very long, and it's still not a lot of delivery has happened. Like if I think about performance attribution or new instruments or.
Definitely clear timescale. Definitely good expectation setting. On delivery, I'd probably say you've got a lot of competing claims.
And better handle on costs generally.
Yeah, I think it's a big improvement. It's much clearer. I think.
Yeah, no, I think we now know exactly what they are, both for internal costs and what we're spending externally as well.
And one of them is like, okay, there's a lot of big projects and they're on a big list, and there's a lot of resources working on those projects, but they tend to be slow and expensive, like performance attribution. But an intern sitting 6 weeks at our desk makes massive improvement in our lives. Raza, who hopefully delivers on performance attribution, if he got the right resources, he can do it in 6 weeks. Nick Marshall, who does things on curve valuations, a bit more investment in some of those smaller projects, or having guys like our intern who can just roam and Spencer gets quick wins. I think we're underinvesting compared to the big projects.
I think with the amount of change going on in the business, we have to have more people focused on. The backlog of projects is very long, and that's just the one that people are willing to shout about to get on there.